There we go. Perfect. Alright. This is the first stream of Burr. In a while, actually. Alright. I should turn on music, shouldn't I? Let's see here. Fuck it, you know what? I could just go with Howling Fjord here. Turn that on. There we go. Wait. This quest is a royal pain in the ass, but it's a quest nonetheless. Great. So, just too terrifying. It's just killing hawks next with Falcon and this little side quest with the goal.
You got my attention.
So this one can be a pain.
What
So
can I do
now
for
you gotta
ya?
bluff the next guy. Yeah, I've done this one for
What's
quite
on
some
your
time.
mind?
Oh, wrong one.
What's on your mind?
Okay. So trying to bluff this guy, and normally it would work just fine on the mobs after this guy, but it takes a few tries sometimes to bluff him.
Great to meet you.
So now,
Hi.
what we're gonna do is the really annoying quest here. Not a huge fan, as you can probably tell by how I'm talking about it. But yeah, not a fun time. Cause you got all these dark iron dudes. You can't jump, which kinda sucks. I guess they're not dark iron, Stormforge, but you can picture. So sometimes I'll be like, oh, you're not a golem, what the fuck are you doing here? And you gotta bluff them, that's when you do that. So use the rocket boots here. And I'm using Zagor's guide, but you can also use this one called WoW Pro, which is completely free on CurseForge. Or you can use Guideline. I actually haven't used that one, so I can't really give very good thoughts on it. There are multiple paths in Guideline too. So here's the perfect example of where you gotta bluff. Like that, see? If I get enough views, I'm probably just gonna make a new character altogether. I'm on RTS right now. But I love leveling, which is weird, I know, but it's just my cup of tea, man. Yeah, for this channel I don't really want to raid. I'm not a raider. I'm a huge fan. Just how it be. Sadly. It's just not my cup of tea. I tried so many times, dude. Maybe I'll kill Lich King, but yeah, that's about it. Probably will kill Lich King, in fact, but yeah. Now what I do like is Mythic Plus in retail, so if people want me to like tank shit, that'd be awesome. This stream is legit just kind of a way to find people to hang out with. That's kind of the purpose of it. You know, do some Mythic Plus in retail, level some tunes or do heroics in Wrath. I do like FF14 as well, so maybe at some point I'll do that, but not now, not now. As for like the new MMOs, you know, I got the ones I like, right? So I'm not going into anything new here. Yeah, so I got him to talk about his glorious plans. And so now I just gotta get the 11 more crystals, as you can see here. And the rock elementals just suck. Hate them. Because they'll auto-attack you. They'll see right through you. Because they're already fighting the storm forge, so kinda sucks. Alright, let's see how to get up there. Right. Yeah, so oh dear, is he angry? Oh dear, okay. That's not gonna work, is it? Can I please get the data here? That's the issue with that quest. I don't know what it is. But sometimes you'll get an angry dark iron dude after you do the meetup. Okay, I think I lost him. Yeah, it's the second time that's happened, which is not a fun time. I'll be skipping Zuldrak on this guy if I can, because Zuldrak's questing is abysmal, and it's not that fun, especially that part where you're a ghoul for a bit. You know, you have to infiltrate as a ghoul. That one really sucked. Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, every zone has kind of that one part you don't want to do. Ah, crap, not again. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna have to rocket jump early here. There.
That ability isn't ready.
Now, this part sucks because that means we're gonna have to go all the way back here. Which is not ideal. So, son of a bitch, man. It's just not working. They keep aggroing me. The goal here is to outlast him. Okay, looks like that's not happening. How long is this guy gotta follow me, man? What the hell? He is just gonna keep. Okay, there we go. That was a little frustrating. There we go. Yeah, and so this one's taking a lot longer than it normally does. Normally that's pretty easy. You know, you just get the crystals and all. Excuse me. But yeah. Not a fun time. Like the hawk one is okay after this one. It's not bad. Right? It's just this one. Okay. Yeah, the hawk one has some annoying parts. When you have to become the hawk for a bit, that kind of sucks, but it's not that bad. There it is. Now, one thing about Classic is it takes forever to level compared to Retail. Retail is just fast, man, especially with that 50% XP buff going on right now. Let's see here. When it hits Dark Moon, you guys are going to want to do that. Get the Dark Moon hat, get your 60%. God damn, that'd be good. And I think Droughts of Ancient Knowledge still apply. I don't know that for a fact, though.
I can't do that yet.
Now, I would have liked to be over 50% by this point, since I've played a little over an hour. But, this character doesn't have epic flying. Decided that he's eventually going to, but he's going to have to make gold first. And then I've got all these other tunes that I really need epic flying on. Or, that I need to get to 80 as well. And epic flying. I have like one of each class, 68 plus. Only issue is it turns out that 69 plus was the correct. Go to Northrend at 69, you can at 68, but apparently you don't want to. So, you know, Wish I knew that, you know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so like my goal is to get 3 tunes into item level 200 gear. It's not hard, it's pretty easy in fact, but you know, get them up. Then I'll just level up the others. I don't really care about gearing the others. Kinda just waiting for Uldor. I don't know if I'll raid there, but I will raid in Wrath ICC for sure. Just down that Lich King, man. I remember. Okay, here we go. Like at the very end of Wrath, we almost got the Lich King down. Like my guild and I were terrible. Like I'm not gonna lie, man, that was not a good guild. You know, we kept dying on shit. I was not great, right? You know, and so we did not down the Lich King. We got him to 14%, which, for those who don't know, Lich King is pretty much dead at 10% because he'll do like his entire intermission. I don't want to spoil too much for those who want it. Down him for the first time without knowing, but he'll kill you, and then you don't want to release because you'll get a res. And then that's the fight, you know, at 10%. So basically what you do is you know, kill him at that percent. Like, you cannot fight back. So when we got him to 14%, that was actually 4%. We were all so mad. Yeah. That's what I've learned to really not like that much about raiding. When people get really mad, it's not a fun time, man. Like, I get you're upset that we wiped, but Jesus Christ, please do not yell in my face, you know, like, come on. Maybe there's a guild that I don't know about that'll not yell, but like, I've had really bad luck, actually. Dude, I sworn I nabbed him. No.
I'm out of range.
Yeah. And I mean, there are fun experiences when somebody gets mad. I remember doing Heroic N'Zoth back in the day, and this dude fucking lost it after enough wipes. He gets kicked out of the group. He's still in Discord, so he's yelling at all of us, and then he gets kicked out of the Discord. That shit was hilarious. But, you know, it's not as hilarious when you're constantly getting yelled at. I think that's, you know, kind of a one-off, right? So it was a pretty funny experience. But, you know, in reality, it's not a fun time to get yelled at. It's just, you know, it's not something that you want to have happen to you. So, you know, my experiences are, I don't know if it's just ATS or whatever, but like, don't talk was one of them. Fuck that. And the other one was one of the officers yells at everyone when we wipe. So like, kind of shit, man. Yeah. Not a fun time. You know, and then I've had raiding back in the day, and I loved raiding with these people, but the thing is, I'm just not meant for raiding. You know, we do prog, right? And that is not a fun time for me. You know, like, why I enjoy M Plus so much is because people get pissed, they leave, and then that's it. But, you know, if you leave while doing prog, kind of an asshole. So, me and my buddy down the jailer, heroic jailer. But that was not a fun time, man. And for a while there, we got stuck on Lords of Dread. I literally never downed Rygalon because my buddy found me like a group to be in, right? That was already on jailer, past Rygalon and Lords. You know, and we downed him. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever raid again in retail after that experience. Sepulchre was awful. I don't know what they were thinking, making it so hard. Like, Lords of Dread kept getting goops, you know? That was not a fun time for anyone. People are constantly getting more and more irritable. And then at the end, you know, it kind of fell apart. So that's when we found the new jailer group, right? But the worst part about this, man, is like all these people I really respect, honestly. It's just not my cup of tea. You'll see a lot more Mythic Plus though. Like, I know Mythic Plus dudes can be assholes, but like I feel like it's very different when you're getting yelled at like over the headset, right? As opposed to over the you know, text chat. They can type it all in caps. Who gives a shit? But like the moment you're getting yelled at through the headset, that takes it to another level, really. That I'm not comfortable with. Who knows? Maybe I'll find me a group, but I have had bad luck so far. That's for sure. And it's sad because like the people other than that one dude were like super fucking chill. So like the 10-mans are actually kind of fun. 25s are not. Alright. Oh crap, shoulders. Alright, let's do it. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good with warrior. It's not my cup of tea, right? So if I do shit that's stupid, that's why. There's just no background music. What the hell? Okay, I kinda hear it. I don't know, man. Another thing that really kind of pisses me off with Wrath right now is Dungeon Finder is absolute trash, and heroics are nigh impossible to do. Like, but before raids came out, right? We were able to do all kinds of heroics. Like, there'd be like 3 nexuses up right now, right? And I can't show on this character, you know, but like, you know, on my druid, right, and on my paladin, which were both max level, I am not able to find a single group without forming it myself for the daily heroic, which is not a good look for Blizzard. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating, man, because I love heroics, I really do. And like, I'm not as much of a fan of PvP. I'm okay spamming Alteric Valley, right? But that's about as far as I'll go. And so I'm left with this conundrum, right? Because like, I don't want to raid. Heroics are not really a thing anymore. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of PvP. Like, it's not an easy time, right? So, yeah, I'm just trying to find something, man. I'm kind of just leveling these characters for next phase in hopes that they release some better form of the Dungeon Finder so the game doesn't die. Because let's be honest, right? Like, if they do not do anything about this heroic thing, and there are no, like, 2 heroics in all of the queue, all 12 of the heroic dungeons, the game will die. I mean, I guess you could hop out into raids and greens, right? But that's your best outcome. That is your absolute best outcome. You know, and it's not a good one.
You need something.
You're forced to raid before, you know, and I think as people get more and more raid gear, they're gonna be not wanting the newer players with, you know, not a lot of raid gear.
Hey, good.
There we go.
How are ya?
Yeah, and so, you know, it just gets worse and worse, really, as time progresses. So what are you gonna do, right? Like, you don't want that. Shit, that is a good gun too. What do I want to do here? Minus your agility. I don't care about damage per second. Okay. about it.
Off with you.
Yeah, equip that. Yeah. So, you know, I'm kind of disappointed, man. I might switch over to FF for a little, too. Would not be surprised if I went down that route for a bit. No, I enjoy the leveling and all. But, you know, it's kind of sucky right now because, you know, I want to do my heroics, man. Like, come on. And that's just not happening right now. Okay, so that one is speed. Okay. Yeah, and so... Oh, this is the way you need the 3, by the way. Okay.
That's still recharging.
Right. Okay, this guy's as good as dead, honestly.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay. Got that. Shit, I messed up. Yeah, so now he can chase me. Or she, because she's a matriarch. Yeah, that'll do it. I do like the new additions to the new Mythic Plus that they're doing, where you're gonna have awesome. You're gonna be able to do it up to plus 20s and still get good gear. And I think that's gonna really be a good idea. I don't know how I feel about the Thundering Affix, in all fairness. I really don't, because it looks like it could be some good fun, but also it looks like it could be garbage depending, you know, on how it's used and all that. Okay, gotta find 4 more eggs here. Alright, see it. Not there. There's one.
It's too far away.
Yeah. Oh, okay, one more. Let's find one more here. Gonna be good. God damn it. All the necessary. Oh, there's one. Perfect. And yeah, I can just kind of stop controlling him. Great.
Greedy.
I would want to see, and this is never going to happen, is like a Mythic Plus-esque thing in the classics, right? So you could have Wrath Classic, Mythic Plus Edition, right? But I don't think they're going to do that. That'd be a little weird. There we go. I know it's a spicy take. You know, like, honestly, the old games, the way that you got your best in slots and all were raiding or getting it with gold. So, not surprised. This is one of my favorite zones, actually. I like playing Howling Fjord on Retail and leveling too. This one in Pandaria. Shoulders Basin, the fucking best zone. But, yeah. One of the weirder ones. Still an awesome zone. I really did like the Legion zones too, and the Dragonflight ones are beautiful. But, at the end of the day, we'll have to see how well they play. I know with the BFA one, I love Stormsong Valley, but I hated it questing-wise because it was trash. It was really bad. And you could kind of tell. You know, and like Dresstar was like great leveling-wise, but it was kind of meh, like zone-wise. And then Tierguard Sound is forgettable for me at least. I barely remember any of the quests there. I remember the quest from Tearguard Sound and not Tearguard Sound, Storm Song and Dustvar. Then we had island expeditions. Those were awful, man. But what I think would be really cool if they could do again was Mists of Pandaria scenarios. Because, like, right now with the scenarios we have, we're based off of Mists, but they were not actually Mists of Pandaria zones.
What can I do
They're
for
like,
you?
what? What was I saying? You know, the scenarios we have are not the ones that Mists of Pandaria had. Those were really fucking fun. They didn't give gear or anything that was anything really good. But, you know, if you just wanted to chill, like, didn't want to do a dungeon, but, you know, wanted something you could do with 3 players, right? Like, it could be 3 healers, 3 DPS, 3 tanks. Could be a mixture of them, right? I found that really cool. But, yeah, like, nowadays, the scenarios we use are closer to the WoD scenarios. And they're great and all, but wouldn't it be awesome to queue up for a scenario and just, you know, I don't know, kill some fucking evil dragons or something in Dragonflight? Like, Island Expeditions and Torghast were just a piss-poor performance of scenarios. Think of, like, Mage Tower, except way easier. Maybe like more like if Heroic Dungeons were with Mage Tower, where there's, like, multiple steps. That's Mists of Pandaria scenarios, and they were super fun and, you know, super wholesome, really. You know, you had like one where you're like hosing pirates, right? Nothing was like, you know, out of this world, but, you know, it wasn't genius, right? But it was still really fucking good. That is why, right there is why Warriors good. Just down all of them. Yeah, no, Bladestorm is just great. Fucking brilliant idea of an ability. Interestingly enough, Wrath is the one where it just got released, so. Yeah. When I get more people on, I will say how I started WoW. Oh shit, okay, we are gonna go through it. Alright, let's do this thing.
Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. I need to target something.
Yeah. Only thing about Warriors, I'm not a fan of how Victory Rush is not self-sustaining in Wrath. It is what it is. Okay. Alright, ready to go. Alright. Alright, and then we grab the cannonball here. What I will say though is retail is fucking barren nowadays, man. Like, if you go into Oribos right now, it's just sad. Like, I know Oribos is not a very good main city, but god damn, dude, they fucked up with that one. If I go to Oribos, it's just like, Jesus, just like, what, 10 people here? And granted, I'm on Windrunner Jocko right now, so I'm not, you know, super high top realm, but jeez, man, like, imagine that for a second. Can't even have like 10 people on it. So bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip to the Naro. I didn't want to have to use 2 cooldowns, but it's gonna save my ass. Alright, one more to go here. These cannonballs are really hard to find today, though. Yeah, so gotta say, I think Wrath was still my favorite X-Pack. It's very different now, though. I honestly hope they bring in Random Dungeon Finder. Because as I said, like, heroics are dying at this rate, at a rapid rate. Fuck it.
More rage.
After I kill this guy and get the cannonball, I'll show you guys what I mean. It's not a fun time. Alright. Let's grab the cannonball. Okay, and we're gonna do that quest in a bit as well. But allow me to show you the magic of how crappy heroics are right now. The absolute state of them. Almost. Alright. So yeah, here are my characters. As you can see, I have literally one of each class. See, some are more. This character 69, for example. I'm gonna, do this thing right now actually. So like DK Burr is plate wear, so he goes up there. Male wears go up there, and then finally I'm gonna move my rogue down here while I'm at it. Alright, so heroics, right? This is my issue. This is the state of heroics right now. I'm going to have this character queue for all 12 of the heroics. And you're about to see that there's not even 10 groups. Okay. So first off, it's going for that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is actually like a big turnout too. So basically what's happened here is, yeah, and so now 7, right? 1, 2, no, 6. So people are not doing heroics, obviously. Alright, what about raids, right? Like, maybe raids will save us, right? People already have pre-formed groups, so you're not going to easily find a raid. Okay, actually, it's better. It's a good turnout, actually. So I take that back. But because we have these raids, we don't have heroics. And I think Blizzard needs to do something about that, because, it just kind of sucks. Going into raids and not being able to like get decent gear from dungeons, and it's okay, right? Like you get 10 man from dungeons, so we're gonna have the same thing in heroics next season with heroic plus. But here's the question, right? Who's actually gonna do heroic plus? And that's the real issue. Because if it keeps going like this, screw heroic plus, just go into Old War. Just do a VOA, right? With the new guy. It's not hard. And so if that ends up being the case, honestly, this game is doomed. Because if you can't gear up people, if you can't gear up, oh shit. And your friend, he's been raiding for a bit, right? He can't get you into a group. If you're screwed, the friend is like also screwed because he can't play with you. It's just a bad time for everyone. Make it way more accessible, that's the issue. Because like if you make it more accessible, people are just gonna do the raids, right? And they're constantly gonna be picking the better guy. The dude with like pre-raid bis is always gonna beat the guy in blues, right? That's not period. It's just a bad time. And so either you find a raid group and do raids with them, or PvP, right? Or fuck you, because those are your options. Raid or PvP. Especially as the dungeons go more and more away, right? We're gonna have such a rough time. We don't get Dungeon Finder. And I understand where Blizzard's coming from, right? Like, Dungeon Finder killed social aspect. But like, I feel like the social aspect is already dead. We had boosties, right? Like, I have plenty of friends on here. But, dude, nobody really wants to do the old world shit, right? You know, you could nerf the XP, I guess. I don't know. But just let me do something to a... Oh, shit, the ancient was back there, wasn't it? Oops. Just let me do something, right? To... There he is. You know, let me do some heroic. That's all I'm asking. You know, without having to, like, recruit everyone myself. I know it's kind of first role because I can just still recruit everyone. But it just feels stupid, man. It feels off. Like... You know, even in retail, time walking dungeons, if you're a DPS, there's like a 5-minute queue, man. In this, there isn't a queue. You know, I really, yeah, feel, I don't know, just wasn't the experience I remembered. And you know, that's partially on me, right? But, see, man. I'll probably try raiding again back in Old War. Repeat for Trial of the Crusader. And, see where it goes from there. This is the patch I'll be leveling my characters though, for sure. Oh, shit. Is that nothing interest in the bill? Oh, fuck. Alright, well.
Can't do that yet.
Don't know if slam is actually good or not, but good shot, man.
Need more rage.
Yeah. Soon, man. Soon.
Not enough rage.
Oh, man, well, I mean, it's not awful, I guess. It's been about 2 hours now. The annoying part is I can't track / play here accurately.
Ready.
So, I guess we're aiming that fast.
Need more rage. Not enough
That's the
rage.
issue, man. With Warrior, you don't have any regen. Like, if I was playing Fury, I'd do it, I guess. A little bit of rage strength, but not here. Still can beat him, though. Sweet. Okay. Shit, I forgot about sweeping strikes too. Yeah. So yeah, level characters in this patch. See what I think about next pack or next phase. That's generally my game plan. I'm also past 3 o'clock gonna be doing dungeons that are M+ when it comes out. One of the things I really want to try out in the new X pack.
Need more rage.
Okay, there we go. Blade Storm for the win. So the free execute thing is
That ability isn't ready.
amazing. I love it. It's really cool. Yeah, and so for when Cataclassic comes out, that's what I'm calling it on Classic until MOP. Like, MOP is really hard too, so maybe I won't even do MOP. Especially if they don't add Dungeon Finder back. So you can get Scenario Finder. Alright, let's do it.
Need more rage. I need to get closer.
Damn. Let's see here. So, let's just keep going. I will say, from my experience, Warrior is the worst class to level. And I only started him at levels when he was level 70. This was my boosty, right? You know, and I think I made the right choice because, God, this guy's really hard to level. He's like, most of them now, I can like have some trick that allows me to skip eating, food every other pull. Not the Warrior, man. You are going to be eating. which sucks. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm probably not gonna raid in trial. That patch. Although I will say, I will totally be doing dailies in that patch, because goddamn, that is gonna be so much gold. It's gonna be great. I'm just waiting. And like the older Warlock one looks pretty fun too. Almost interesting. I don't have heroic leave. I forgot about that.
Need more rage.
That is why I love the Blade Storm.
Not ready yet.
Okay. Myself battle stem. Right.
That ability isn't ready.
Alright, so yeah, man, I'm gonna main monk and dragonfly. What are you guys gonna main if anyone ever sees this video? Like, fuck, dude. Monk looks so good. I enjoyed it back in season 2. Then I decided, because it was raiding, I tanked in season 3. And you know what? It was pretty good. I will say I actually really did enjoy playing. I was playing Guardian Druid. That was really good. And it was pretty pissy. And then season 4 came out, and then I decided to take a little break because I was preparing for Wrath, right? So I was leveling characters left day and night, or either left and right. You know, and then I took a little break, and then I've decided to go back to monk because I really enjoyed that, and I don't have to tank in retail, so yeah, that's kind of handy. Let's get some predator kicks going here. Yeah, don't get me wrong, tanking is fun, but kicking and punching the shit out of things is way more fun for me, honestly. Okay, we need 3 more eggs and 1 more well. Got it. Alright, and so out comes the... Oh shit, my character's dead. Yeah, there's... Can I win this? I might actually be able to. Holy shit, okay. I stand corrected. Dude, fucking trinkets coming in clutch. I am using the full heirloom set aside from the Jet Pirate, so we've got... Whoops. We've got shoulders, we've got a chest plate, we've got the weapon, we've got the trinkets. So that is really fucking good. Excuse me. Yeah, and if I was playing Death Knight, this would be way more broken, but I'm not playing Death Knight. So, yeah. Wrath DK was my favorite, but goddamn, they have done some interesting shit recently with Wrath DK. I've been seeing like dual wielding blood, dual wielding frost, dual wielding unholy. It's just crazy, man. The options, fucking nuts. And I love it. I really do. Oh, don't you? Oh, okay. Yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts? Kind of FF players? World of Warcraft? You know, if anyone sees this video, tell me what you are. Because, like, you know, I had my fun in FF too. I really enjoyed the PvP, but the issue was, like, if I remember correctly, it was like either season 4 or something else that was right aside, right beside the FF PvP release, right? 6.1 or something like that, right? And so I had to choose, and I chose WoW because all my buddies were playing it, right? But I could totally see myself doing FF PvP again. That shit was awesome. I loved Crystal Conflict, man. You know, like, and in all fairness, when Dragonflight PvP comes out, I could totally see myself playing that. It's just right now, Shadowlands PvP is garbage. I'm sorry. There's so many hurdles you have to jump through to just be viable, right? That are not going to be a thing in Dragonflight. In Dragonflight, you're going to be able to just buy the PvP gear, and it scales to max PvP level in BGs, but, you know, you have an item level outside of that correlated to your rating, right? So,
Hey there.
yeah.
See you around.
Okay. This one's not too bad. Alright, let's see what we got here. What's I played? Yeah, sounds about right. So, depending on the class, levels can go in Wrath from in between 2 to 4 hours, depending on flying and depending on, you know, your character's class and all that. And it looks like this one's going to be one of those guys who just, you know, takes 4 hours to get a level, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm like almost tempted to do Rogue next just to get the hard ones out of the way. That would be nice, cause like Shaman is easy, right? Like Mage, you know, you just your ranged combat, not hard. Warlock can drain life. You know, Hunter's Hunter, right? Enough said. But yeah, no. Warrior feels kind of lackluster, to be honest. Excuse me. You know, sometimes it's just how it be, right? Like, sometimes things are not going to be as you expect them. But, just gotta keep pushing, right? And so, like, execute's going well there. I love the Howling Fjord track. I think I like Grizzly Hills a bit more, though. I will admit. That's an egg. Alright. Get this guy now. Yeah. I don't know, I'm having my fun here. We you know, and like, in all fairness, Blizzard is gonna do their absolute damnedest to keep dungeons relevant. They said it themselves. So, you know, we'll probably see something soon. About like, yeah, we realized we fucked up, but not yet. Yeah, I remember doing Deathwing back in the day, and the cat, of course I was a scrub and did Raid Finder thinking I was hot shit, but spoiler alert, if you're doing Raid Finder, you're not playing the content, you're just there for the story. I'm sorry. It's free gear, man. It's like, and the sad part is normal's even easier because it's actually, like, it's Raid Finder, but more coordinated. So, just not a fun time, right? But I think ever since, well, I don't think I beat Garrosh. So, scratch Pandaria out. No, and then I didn't, I guess I really started in WoD? Is that right? And so I got into this awesome raiding guild at the end of Legion. That's when I started having to actually get good.
See you later.
Yeah, and like guilds have their some fun shit, right? Like, it feels good to be in a guild. Let's be honest. But you know, sometimes they have their downsides. You know. And every time I do raiding in a guild, I cannot stand it. And it's sad too, because like the people I play with, dude, like they're awesome, right? They're chill or whatever, you know. But I just don't get enjoyment out of it. I love the gear I get. I hate the gameplay.
How are ya?
So okay, there we go. So yeah, hopefully.
What can I do for ya?
you know.
Safe travels.
Eventually I find one, but I kind of doubt it at this point. And I don't intend to do the new raid, by the way. The new raid for Dragonflight looks beautiful, but not gonna do it.
Visit for a while.
I don't know. It would just be nice, like, and they're gonna do this kind of with Heroic Plus. Like, with Heroic Plus, the gear you get out of it is going to be equivalent to the 10-man raid Old War gear, which is cool. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, and the other thing is about raiding guilds that I don't like is it has a schedule. And for me, I want to play when I want to play, right? Like, I'm probably gonna stream these, you know, and like get a jog in at 3. I generally do that, you know, and so like a 15-minute or whatever interval. You know, and so I'm on a lot, but at the same time, I don't like being like told. You know, it has nothing to do with them. I don't like being told, hey, you know, it's like 8 o'clock or whatever, server time, let's raid. It's like, you know, I want to be able to do that, but I don't want to be able to, you know, there we go. I don't want to have to commit a time, right? Because hell, you know, I might get like a midterm or whatever, right? And that's not a fun time for anyone, you know? For me at least, you know, life, come on. Oh, it's because I'm in combat, okay. Life is unpredictable, right? And honestly, I'm not a fan of that. But, you know, it makes it harder to raid, right? So, that's how it be. Yeah, and so like M+, oh shit. I don't know if I can actually win this. Can I? We'll find out. Yeah, I can win this. Okay. Go around here. It's gonna be a close one, that's for sure. Man, oh crap. Oh shit, okay, I think I lost this. Can I last him out? That's the question. I don't think I can. Oh? Once again, I managed to do it. Did not realize I'd be able to do that. Okay. Boy. You know what, while we're here, might as well do that. Yeah. Where was I? So yeah, Mythic Plus, you can just do it anytime. That's the nice part about it. And I love Mythic Plus. You know, so I'm just kind of taking a break for now because, well, we're almost at Dragonflight, right? I don't want to burn myself out. So I'm doing this. Now, interestingly enough, there's this dude who I was talking to, right? And he did Alternate Valley to level up. Now, what he did was he did the Call to Arms version of it. So when it popped up in Call to Arms, he took advantage of that. And I think they're fucking genius, man. This dude got like 100k per like battleground, dude. That's fucking nuts. 150k, man. Wow. And it's like 8 minutes, right? And so I'm definitely gonna be doing that when it pops back up. Fuck, dude. I get so many levels out of that, right?
Need more rage. I can't do that yet.
So, fucking sweet, man, when that comes out. And to give you guys an idea, you can kind of just tell here, right? So, it's going to be the 18th of November. So, for a fun, just a thing, right? November 28th is when the Dragonflight's going to launch at 3 p.m. So, if you guys want to play Dragonflight, that's when you should hop on, man. Like, honestly, yeah. Alright. And, oh shit, I do not want to aggro him right now, if I can help it. Okay, perfect. So what we're gonna do here, just gonna have the cheese here. Yeah, you know, it's starting to go downhill kinda, and I don't know what happened, man. Like, Dungeon Finder, you know, definitely was a part of it, don't get me wrong. And, like, nobody likes Raid Finder, right? But, like, seriously, like, it was going so strong until then, right? Makes no sense to me. I mean, I know the heroics at the start were, like, really fucking hard. And, so I'm curious. Yeah. And it sounds like we're having a Cataclassic too. So if that is the case, are they going to keep the Dungeon Finder out? Or are they going to add it in? I feel like they're going to add it in. Okay, good. I feel like they're going to add it in probably next phase. If shit keeps going the way it does. If that does happen, hallelujah, honestly. Just let me play the fucking game, dude. Like, my Pally, I geared him the fuck up in like one day, right? But, dude, that was hard and it took a lot of gold. So. There we go, let's see. Last one. I think. For sure. Yeah. Arms is super good. Theory is a lot more fun though, if you ask me. I just don't have two heirloom weapons that are two-handers. And like, okay, so if I were starting a new character, right, and I was using these looms, I highly advise putting the Crusader enchant on your weapon. That is an enchant that will give you 100 strength extra at level 1. So you're just tearing through mobs, man. It's great. It's a good fun time, right?
Can I help you?
But at this level, it doesn't matter because it will get reduced, right? So, like, at level 60, the enchants reduce quite a bit. I think it goes down to like 50 or something. It's still really good. And I probably should apply a Crusader enchant. But, you know, it's so much better at early levels. Until 60, especially. So, yeah. Definitely, I can recommend that. And I don't really know much about the enchants for the spell. Oh, wow, he just died. What the fuck?
I need a target.
Okay, so they have no health. Alright. Good to know. Yeah, yeah. I don't really know the other enchants very well for the, you know, classes and all that are not like strength users. But it's definitely fun one-shotting mobs, just tearing through them. Although retail kind of killed that because they're already doing that in retail. If you're playing your cards right, you know, you get your enchants and all that. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I mean, if you wanna... Oh shit, it's already been about an hour. Fuck, dude. Okay. Yeah, after this I'm gonna have to call it, but... Yeah, dude. It is nice being able to shred through shit, I will say. And like, if people want, I can do retail, you know, leveling in retail. I'm not opposed. I'm almost done. I need, like, to level up just a few more alts, and then I'm done. You know, and then especially once this phase 2 Dragonfly hits, right, when I can make my drag here, when I can get up to from 50 to 60 in 45 minutes, I'm just gonna bump up my characters all to 60. Like, all gonna be 50 of them. You know, and I'm gonna do that because, god damn it, I fucking love having a bunch of options race-wise. It's not as much of a thing in Classic, but it is cool to like be able to play, say, a Pandaren monk versus a Tauren monk versus a High Mountain Tauren monk, just, you know, on a whim. Because god damn it, I am not paying whatever it is to race change these days. Fuck that, dude. Just make a new character, pop on some looms, do the job. It's easy, man. It's easy. Yeah. Also, just heads up, Generation is fucking OP in retail nowadays. It's really OP in Wrath, but it's OP in retail. So, you know, I can get 1%. I don't need it. I need 1% extra less hit chance because I'm a Draenei, which is fucking amazing. And my buddy, you know, people I play with, will also have, you know, like that 1% extra hit chance, which is absolutely amazing and makes them able to gear in a very different way than they normally would. You know, with more attack on them, you know, because they don't need as much hit rating. But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the model for Gen. I just thought Gift of the Naro and a Warrior would be really handy to the point where I was going to make a Dwarf, but nah, I made a Gen. And I honestly still believe that was the right choice, because I get Gift of the Naru, and then I get the, you know, the hit chance, which is nice. Let's see. Wow, okay, this is definitely slower if you don't have epic flying, just a heads up. Okay, so I made about 100 gold already. Just for reference, you generally make about 3,000 gold from 70 to 80, so that's really good, right? So if you think about that, every 2 characters you can add epic flying to one of them, which is not bad, right? It's not bad at all. Okay, I gotta do this. There we go. Next time, I swear to God, man, I'm gonna use like a Grizzly Hills soundtrack in the background, because this is too quiet. Yeah, so yeah, I might have to do a little jock at this point. That sucks. Wait, we're halfway, and I'm almost. What am I at? I'm at 80%. We're halfway. It's actually I can probably skip it if I do Bargain Toucher. All right, I can do that. Alright, and then I gotta get some extra food from these guys. Now, this is actually a really good place to call it, because there's an inn here. It's gonna work really well. I will say the one thing I miss in Wrath is goblins. Love playing goblins. I don't even know why, man. They're just fucking awesome. I love the racials are not bad, right? Especially with that exalted one. Just fun, really. Okay, flight path. Yeah, and I love Taran, but they really don't work in Mog most of the time. Like you'll have their like headpiece look super weird.
Travel the wastes with care.
Is there not an inn? Okay, here's the inn. We're gonna do this now. And that is where we'll call off the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. If anyone did, no, it doesn't look like it, but you know, eventually. Alright? You know, see you guys around if you see this.